friends! Today we will learn about living things and non-living things. The world is made up of both living and non-living things, but sometimes it can be hard to tell them apart. So let's learn more about the difference between living things and non-living things. The term living thing refers to things that are now or once alive. A non-living thing is anything that was never alive. In order for something to be classified as living, it must grow and develop, use energy, reproduce, be made of cells, respond to its environment, and adapt. However, non-living thing cannot grow, cannot reproduce, and also cannot respond to its environment. They are both very different because non-living things do not have any of living things' characteristics. We, as human beings, are living things which need food, water, and air to stay alive. Humans even can move to do their daily activity, while non-living things, it cannot move. It also does not need food or water because it's not alive. So now, to improve your understanding about this, let's conduct an experiment. First, make this table in your textbook so you can record the result of the experiment easily. Alright, before starting the experiment, you should prepare all the tools and materials needed. So, what we need are styrofoam bowl, yeast, sugar, warm water, 2 containers, spoon, marker, and ruler. After you got all the tools and the materials, now let's start the experiment. First, take 2 containers and put an equal amount of sugar in each container. Then, pour an amount of warm water into each container. Stir all of the water until the sugar starts dissolving. After that, add the styrofoam into one container and yeast into the other container. Next, mark accurately the current level of water on the side of the container so that we can measure the different level of thickness if the volume increase or decrease. Then, wait for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, measure and record the thickness or the change in amount of the styrofoam and the yeast using ruler. Start from the mark we made on the container before. After that, wait again for 5 minutes, then measure and record the result again in the table you have made. So, here is the result of this experiment. From there, we know that the styrofoam is a non-living thing because there seems no change in amount of volume of the styrofoam, which means that it does not grow or develop. And for the yeast, we can see after 10 minutes, there is a change in amount of volume of the yeast. It means that the yeast is a living thing that can develop and grow. Besides of that, the yeast does metabolism using the sugar solution as the food and produce gases. It seems like the characteristic that can be found in this experiment is just growth and metabolism. But are you sure? Maybe there is the other characteristic of living thing in the yeast, but you cannot see it with your eyes. So, do you have the same result as me? If yes, then congratulations! You have done well for this experiment. If not, why do you think it can happen? Do you think there is something that can affect the growth of the yeast? If you are curious about that, then you can try to find out yourself. Based on this experiment, we know that living things and non-living things are very different. Living things has its own characteristic, and this characteristic makes us able to distinguish between living things and non-living things. So, if you're still confused whether something is living things or non-living things, please remember that living things is composed of cell. It can grow and develop. It can use energy, reproduce, and also can respond and adapt to its environment. Alright, I hope this video can be useful for you and it can help to improve your understanding about living things and non-living things. Thank you for watching!